Always have to start a video with a opening of a monster. I do appreciate the concern. Someone commented the other day, God, licking their thumb, I'm getting comfortable on camera. Someone commented the other day that they turned off at 0.04 seconds because they saw me drinking a monster. And it's going to kill someone one day. Well, just to give you a bit of reassurance, mate. Pretty sure caffeine in a monster is like, what, 150, 175? Let's adjust that lighting. A caffeine in a pre-workout, for example, 350, 400. So don't panic, mate. I'm gonna be okay. I just got a mild addiction to the stuff, like most office-based workers, I expect. Anyway, welcome back to the channel. You well? You good? Good, that's what I like to hear, mate. I am looking for my mobile device. It's in my pocket. I realised that the last couple of videos have been based on a topic. So today I thought I'd change it up a bit, get back to basics. I'm going to give you an update on where I'm at within my own biddy bowling career. That is a joke. Biddy bowling is different to bodybuilding. A biddy boulder is a bad bodybuilder. Now let's get into it. So I'm currently weighing a whopping, and I mean whopping, 190 pounds. I will put my recent check-in shots up on the screen. These were taken yesterday, and I got my response yesterday, so this is the game plan moving forward. When it comes down to my training, I am running a push, pull, legs, rest, upper, lower, repeat, and we're now back to it, full speed, thanks to that hernia or strain, whatever it was, clearing up. No more testicle ache for me. Yeah. When it comes down to training day nutrition, I am on 215 grams of protein, 475 carb, 40 fat, fiber between 30 and 40. When it comes down to protein and fat, they are from direct sources. So that's 215 grams of protein from chicken, beef, whey, not taking into account trace sources. So protein that's coming from our carb sources like your bagels, your rice, for example. Same with fats, that's direct carbs on net. And then rest day, 200 protein, 400 carb, 50 fat, again, 30 to 40 fiber. Very different this time round. Normally, my food has to get high very quickly. I think the last time was 190 pounds. I think carbs might have already been around that 550, 600 mark. We've really made the most of coming out of this appetite reset. Haven't really had to adjust my food at all. And now we're back to full speed, mate. Things should move along quite nicely. But I do have a gut feeling that my food will get high quite quick now. Now that my training's back to like full capacity, no longer working around any injuries. Get your words out. And yeah, everything's just back to being on point. Appetite's there, digestion's there, so we can just push. Previous heaviest I put it on the screen was 205. I want to get back to 205 and of course just make it look better than it was last time. I think it's more than doable. How many sips has that been? I feel like it's a few. But anyway, there's your little update, mate. I'm going to crack on with check-ins, and then next time I speak to you will probably be before the gym. We're in for pull. Going to give you a full pull session run through. On a side note, if I do get a question on Instagram via DM, and I don't normally converse with that person, I know, big word. Normally the initial question is regarding training, like how would you set up an upper session, a push session, a pull session, a leg session. All my training is on this channel, like the full sessions. So if you're watching this video and it's a pull session, you're thinking, how do you program a push or an upper? It's on the channel. And just look through that. That's not me being blunt or rude, that's just me wanting you to stop tripping yourself up and get really effective training sessions in play as soon as possible. I think far too many people overcomplicate it and they just end up spinning their wheels and getting nowhere because they're just taking in way too much information. This is the progress I've made with my physique and this is the way I train. So if you do similar, I'm pretty confident you're also going to make a lot of progress. But yeah, I need to stop rambling. I'm going to get this done and then yeah, we'll have another chit chat, mate. You join me in the kitchen. Excuse the lighting, it might be a bit temperamental. We're working with Mother Nature, but all check-ins are done. I do have a bit of talking fatigue, so my pronunciation or my ability to construct a sentence using the English language could be extremely poor. I've been talking non-stop for like 2 hours. But anyway, pre-workout meal is done. Yes, that is a bitten pancake in the bowl, mate. I do take great care in my presentation. In this bowl, oats, whey, raisins, banana, raspberries, dark chocolate, bit of cinnamon, weird hand gesture that, bougie up a bit, and 3 pancakes, but I've eaten 2 of them, and I've bit the 3rd one. Unbelievable they are, 45p. I got those from Tesco, but the best ones are from Lidl, they're a bit fluffier, and after you put them in the toaster, unbelievable. But I'm going to eat this now. And then the next time I talk to you, mate, will be when I'm training pool. Full session run through. I'll provide more value then. This is just the start of the video. We're warming up. And also, after you've been talking for 2 hours straight, you just forget what to say to the camera. I had a few topics I want to run through, but they've just gone, disappeared, mate. But anyway, I'm going to eat this, and then we'll train. Time flies when you're having fun. I started to record this video on Tuesday. It's now Saturday. I was in for pull. This session consists of pulling things towards me in an aggressive manner in the hope that I grow. Now, when it comes down to this video, as mentioned, it's not structured like the previous ones. This is just a bit of a catch-up. But as I was sat here editing this, I thought, you know what? Let's have a bit of a training rant. Because I feel like a lot of people are lost within their training, and it is completely, and I mean completely unnecessary. So when it comes down to training, what are we actually doing? Let's sit down and have a think. Correct. You're a smart guy. We're training joint motion. And the muscles around that joint motion are challenged as a byproduct. Now, when it comes down to challenging those muscles, what do we want to do over time? Expose them to a greater challenge. You're smart, mate. You must watch the channel a lot. And if we do that over time, for long enough, we manage our recovery outside the gym, which we need to if we want to take progression, and our nutrition's on point from a macro and micronutrient standpoint, and our meal timing's decent, so we're spiking MPS, over time we will grow. But the problem is, people think there are still magical things within the gym. And if we do those magical things, we're just going to grow. And that's not the case. When it comes down to your training, pick a plan that meets your needs to a T, so you can make the necessary improvement. Follow that plan consistently for a long time. I'm not talking 1 month, 2 months. I'm talking 6 months plus. Standardise the way you follow that plan. So every time you use a machine, it's the same setup. You're working through the same range. You're pushing it close to failure. And thanks to that, if you actually do that, you'll see some awesome progress. But people chop and change far too much. And it's a Saturday. Did I say that? Or did I say Friday? It's a Saturday. I'm lost within the space of time. And because I'm feeling generous, if you head over to Instagram, send me a DM. Don't flirt with me though. Don't be cheeky. And just say, hi mate, send me that training plan. I'll send you a full upper-lower training plan. The reason it'll be an upper-lower is because this meets most people's needs to a T. Most people's needs are to grow systemically. So if you follow this plan, take progression as frequently as possible, you will see great progress. You can thank me later. When it comes down to training, to be fair, 9 times out of 10, the problem actually isn't the plan, it's the application. You can have the worst training plan, some proper dumb stuff programmed, but if you do it and progress over time, you will still grow. So normally the plan isn't the issue, it's the application. But just to make sure that the plan isn't the issue, follow the one I'll send you, take progression as frequently as possible, perform your sets of accuracy and intensity, and you should see some pretty awesome progress. But I'm going to leave the video there. Hope you enjoyed it, as always. I'm getting alright with this whole weekly upload thing, aren't I? Bit of an announcement was made on Instagram within the week. Head over to Instagram. The Harper branding is back. Essentially, as you all know, if you follow the channel, watch the channel. If you watch my videos frequently, which a lot of you aren't, I saw the analytics, I was heartbroken. There's like 90% of people aren't subscribed. Do you know what that does to a man? It gives him sleepless nights. But I digress. If you watch the videos a lot, you know I'm a full-time online coach. If you don't, you now know. I help people get in awesome shape for a living. And if you're interested in leveling up your physique, you need a bit of help, whether you're just starting off or you've been in the game for a while, but you just want to know how to kick things up a gear, send me a DM on Instagram, talking fatigue, and I can send you all the information and get the ball rolling from there. But remember to like, subscribe, comment if you're feeling dangerous. I'll see you in the next one. Additional note, yes, this t-shirt is a bit zesty. There's a bit of sparkle in this green. Got a box and I bought it in the sale. I just thought it was a normal green print. And I left it in the packaging for a while, and then I opened it and thought, oh, that's a bit of a shock, but I can't return it, so we're rocking with it. But like I said, I'll leave the video there. Please subscribe and like it. Comment what you want. Helps me out massively.